Street Talk Sports, super special. How y'all doing today, man? Normal day to day, man. Not a whole lot going on. Regular practice day to day. Deshaun spoke. Shedeur spoke today. They did okay in practice. Wasn't nothing to really stand out, I guess. What they have, Deshaun Watson threw for 16 for 25. I think he had one touchdown. Shedeur was 10 for 13, no touchdowns. Shedeur had the better throws once again downfield. You know what I'm saying? And regardless of what's going on, man, Watson is still shows some issues with the downfield ball, man. He had a couple throws to Boston, and how you overthrowing Boston, I don't know. Boston is 6'4", jumping out the out the field or whatever, and you know you overthrowing him. You know what I'm saying? So you got to put the ball in the position and get a man the chance to go up to get it, which Shedeur does well. And Deshaun he's not showing that. He's still not putting the ball downfield very accurately. You know what I'm saying? Now, he throwing some good balls, some good short passes. Things still look good or whatever, but I'm telling y'all, it's still an issue with that downfield throwing for him. No matter how you look at it, what you want to say, it's still an issue with him with that. You know what I'm saying? So, I still need to see more from him downfield. That's it. We get more from him downfield, it's going to be a lot different. You know what I'm saying? But regardless, man, I think they're kind of set what they're gonna do. We'll see more tomorrow, Thursday. So we'll have a joint practice. Shedeur be out there. He'll be out there. So we'll have a little bit better observation of the whole thing tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So I can't wait to see that. That offensive line, though, man, they still flip-flopping, man, with that offensive line, man. I don't know. They're trying to figure that out. I think they have the right side figured out. It's that left side they're trying to figure out with that center position and stuff like that. So, man, I don't know. They got to, they mismatching and doing things, but they got to get that figured out, for one, that offensive line, because if that offensive line ain't working right, I guarantee you ain't nothing on the field working right. You know what I'm saying? If you look at it like that, man. So hope they get that figured out. Uh, uh, and that'll help a lot. That will help a lot. But yeah, like I say, those two guys spoke, man. Shedeur Sanders said something very interesting to me, man. He said that which makes sense. He said, "Hey, no matter regardless of age or experience, man, they have to be able to execute on the field." You know what I'm saying? All that age and experience and all that, none of that matters at the end of the day. They got to get the job done. They got to execute them plays, which is so true, man. I'm glad he said that. So true, man. But Shedeur still seems upbeat, man. He still seems like he knows what the deal is. Me personally, I think he knows they're gonna start off with Deshaun Watson, but I think he also knows his shot is gonna be coming soon. So, like I say, man, a lot of people kind of upset, feel like it wasn't a real competition. Me personally, I'm kind of in between, man. I kind of feel like it was a competition, but me personally, my whole thing, I feel like it was a competition, but I go a little bit deeper because I feel like it shouldn't have been a competition. Really, I just feel like they should have went with Shedeur since they ended with him last year. I feel like they should have went with him, you know, and just gave him the shot and let Deshaun Watson come through from the backup end and just go from there. That's just me. Regardless of the money, regardless of the being a veteran and all that, I just feel like that would have been the safest, best thing to do. But hey, I'm not the general manager, I'm not the coach, I'm not nobody. But that's just how I feel. But then too, I do feel like he gave a decent shot at a fair competition. And like I said, I don't know what it is that they're seeing, because y'all got to understand, these coaches and people, they're watching way more film than we are. They're up on these guys way more in the classroom, on the field. So they know a lot more, even looking at the headset. So they can actually see a lot more than we can see. So they, in all fairness, they do know more about what's going on than we do. But we can look at it and see that Shedeur is definitely making the better passes. He's definitely the better downfield passer and the more calmer in the pocket from what it looked like the other day. His feet were more calmer. He set up more properly. He didn't have jittery feet. So we know that. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, it's a lot more going on. And we just got to figure that part out. You know what I'm saying? I'll let them figure that part out. So I'm willing to, hey, I'm riding with it. It is what it is. And I'm not going to be upset with it like that, man. It's got to go how it goes. You know what I'm saying? Uh, and they asked Deshaun Watson, man, about the media. They keep digging, man. They asked him how was he going to feel, or had he even thought about how he would feel as far as the fans, booing him or whatever. And he said, "Hey, man, I don't care about that. Yeah, I ain't caring about that. But let me tell y'all something. He can say he ain't caring about that. He can say he ain't caring about that shit. Street talk. But once he get out there on that field, it's a whole different story. See, you can sit behind the mic and say that or whatever, but on the field, when you playing and they booing, oh yeah, you feel it. Now, you feel it. Now, how you react to it or whatever, but you gon' feel that. So that still remains to be seen how he deal with that on the field. Pressure when those guys get to booing, because they gonna boo him. I'm telling y'all, they gonna boo him. Man, they gonna boo him. But yeah, he said that I had something. Hold on a second. Yeah, he said that Deshaun Watson said that, man, it's hot in here. He said that Deshaun Watson said that his what he was proud of himself the most about was his mental, about how he's handled the mental part of this, making sure he was ready, how he was doing whatever he could do to right his own wrong. Like, he's making sure that nobody else is gonna dictate the outcome of his career. Which that was very impressive. I get that, Deshaun. That was very good. I like that. I like those words he spoke then. You know what I'm saying? So, man, we're gonna see what happens, man. I'm hoping he plays well. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I know him playing well will not be that Shedeur Sanders playing well. It won't do it. Because it's two different styles of plays look like. Unless he just blow our mind and change up everything and start going downfield. But hey, man, they asked him about his arm too. And he said, hey, man, my arm is stronger than ever. He said, the media, you guys is the only people who think that my arm is not what it's supposed to be. He said, everybody in the locker room, everybody on the field, everybody knows that my arm is what it's supposed to be. Okay. If that's the case, Deshaun Watson, we need to see some accuracy downfield. Matter of fact, we need to see more throws, attempts downfield. Because we all know when you get in the game and they stack that box and all that, and they take all them side field plays away, you're going to have to go down the middle and overtime. You're going to have to do it. And you just have not showed that yet. You can name on one hand how many plays that we've seen over all this time. So you ain't really showed that. You know what I'm saying? So we got to see that. Now, I don't care what you say. Your arm might be right, but we got to see it to believe it. That's for sure. What we can tell you is that, number two, Shedeur Sanders is going to go downfield. Point blank period. He going downfield with accuracy, with touch. We need to see the same from you. That's all we saying. But anyway, man, Street Talk Sports, man, we out of here just dropping in for a hot second with a little car rant, small rant, but that's what it was. Street Talk Sports, and we out. Like and subscribe. Share the video. Now